Now imagine running 18 hours a day for over 6 weeks straight. Well, one West Australian runner does just that. His name is Grahak Cunningham and he joins us now live from Perth. Grahak, good morning to you. I can't believe there are enough people around the world who do this that you can actually have a race.
Yeah, Cam, there's usually about 12 to 15 international runners that participate in the race, so there's a bit of a field there of some of the world's best ultra runners who enjoy doing this sort of thing.
Biomechanically, you must be very, very sound. We're watching your training path here. It's basically a run around the block, but how often do you do it?
So it's 5,649 times around that block in New York City. You're given 51 days to complete the distance. You start at 6 a.m. and you finish at midnight every day. So you've got to average about 96 kilometres a day. My first time I did 100 kilometres a day, and the last time I managed to average 115 kilometres a day. So yeah, it was founded by Sri Chinmoy, and he said if you really strive for your goals and try your best and really try and get there as fast and as happily as you can achieve a lot during the race. So that's how I do it, and that's why I do it.
Well done, yeah, and wearing out a lot of pairs of shoes in the process, I imagine.
You go through about 15 pairs of shoes, so some shoes last a day, some last 3 days, some last 5 days. Depends on the brand and the model, but yeah, it's one of the main expenses of the race is definitely the shoes that you have under your feet, and they're always scuffing on the cement and slowly wearing out. So you pretty much destroy them after a few days. Well,
mate, you're in the best position to tell us. What is the best brand of running shoe out there?
I use a few different types, so I try and mix it up a bit. All those top brands that you see in the stores I utilise, so it's not worth skimping on cost, otherwise you just get injured. So I try most of them because it exercises different muscles in your body and different bones in your feet. So I use a variety of shoes.
OK, well, I imagine this sort of race is not really about the prize, it's just the accomplishment. But is there a prize, or what can you stand to win?
The prize at the end of the race is actually a T-shirt and a plastic trophy, so there's very little glory involved. It's more about the journey and reaching that destination, and hopefully it inspires some other people to maybe try things they didn't think they could do. It's not necessarily meaning everyone has to run 5,000 kilometres, but just to take up a new hobby or try the best at the sport they love or improve themselves. And naturally you just get joy when you do that sort of thing. Despite perhaps being uncomfortable physically, you can feel really good with yourself when you do these sorts of things. Yeah,
what do you think it is in you and at least 12 other people around the world that drives you to do these kind of extreme races?
I think you've got to have a bit of an aspiration to improve yourself. Most of the runners incorporate meditation techniques when they're going around, so you've really got to keep your peace of mind. But I just think it's that real ideal of having self-improvement in your lives, and all the runners are all out there for the same reason. Even though we're competing against each other, we're trying to really make the distance and finish, and that's where the real achievement lies. It's not so much in coming first, second or third, it's just trying to get there and to do it in the best way possible. So I think we've all got a bit of a monster inside us that likes to be physically fit and to challenge ourselves, but at the same time we all try and stay peaceful and happy and rise above the physical difficulties that you obviously have out there at the same time.
Well, after you finish a race like this, it must keep that monster quiet for a little while. What are the side effects physically of this sort of thing?
Well, I usually shut down after the race. I get really hungry really quickly and eat a lot of food, but I can't really exercise too much. But some of the other guys, they're out running a few days later. It's pretty unfair. They don't have anything wrong with them at all. But myself, I get really sore and slowly go for bike rides and then build myself up to having good physical fitness again. But it takes a period of time. It usually takes me 6 to 8 weeks to recover and get out on the roads again and start enjoying my running, because by the end of it, I'm a bit tired of running and like doing other things. So.
That's honesty, Grahak. We saw a picture of your feet and of a rash all over your body too, but it's pretty demanding stuff.
Yeah, you're pushing yourself to your limits, and the first 2 weeks are really difficult. The cement is supposedly 10 times harder than bitumen, and it really gets into your bones, which really ache. But after that, surprisingly, your body gets stronger, you get used to it all, and you get into a bit of a routine where your swelling dissipates and you can really make good mileage, and you actually get stronger as it goes along, I think the first day I did 127 kilometres, and then during the race, the middle of the race, I actually bettered that. So you do get used to it, and it's just amazing how you can adapt mentally and physically.
Sarah and I have just made a pact never to attempt this, mate. So.
You must be so sick of the song Eye of the Tiger by the end of this, playing over and over and over again in your iPod. Is that what spurs you on?
No, it is in my iPod, and I do use music quite a bit, so if I'm really struggling, I'll put something on that keeps my feet going to the beat, so that is on there. And ABBA.
ABBA?
Mate.
Yeah.
Whatever keeps you going, that's certainly commitment.
Yeah,
very
that's right.
motivating.
I'd never listen
ABBA.
to them otherwise.
Yeah. Grahak, congratulations, mate. Good luck with the next event, and we'll be tracking your progress as you go around the block and around the block and around the block again. Thank you, mate.
Thanks for having me.